Hello, welcome to my vlog. I'm Henry. Glad you're here. We started off the spring by doing some plein air painting of Coonskin Park and did this pine tree, among other things. You saw the backhoe there. I didn't know it was a sign of things to come because we had some flooding and that took out our culvert, which is how we cross over onto our property from the road. So then we had the guy come in to replace the old one, and this was just absolutely fun to watch. It was all I could do to keep from going down there and getting in the backhoe myself. It was awesome. As you travel along each dirty mill Jesus rescued me. Yes, stick around upon a beautiful cloud, a beautiful cloud. I'm on a happy song, singing loud. Thank you. Going to get in a little leg workout today. I have to sing with my quartet this evening, in the morning, Sunday night. Small workout in before I go. Hopefully draw a little bit before I go. So I'm down in my home gym. Get one in. So that was round one, leg extension, squat, seated calf raises. Then it's repeat. Today's supposed to be my light day. I try to train some 6 days a week. First 3 days are heavier. The next 3 days is lighter. Not lengthy anymore, but accumulate some exercise benefits. So I'm sure you're wondering what in the world this has to do with art. Not a thing. But I've had three main interests in my life, among a million others, but I've had to narrow them down to three so my wife don't completely kill me. Weightlifting, quartet singing, and art. And I try to balance those out. As artists, when you put in hours of work, you can, we're sedentary. And let's face it, I mean, you're not going to do any art if you're not healthy. And I'm not saying it makes you healthy, but I think it helps. I'm sure genetics and things we inherit go a long way. But I'm trying. It's my, I'm not as committed as I used to be, but I try to do something every day. I'm a full-time mapper for an energy company. So all of my work for them is sedentary. You know, I'm mapping stuff by computer. And when I mean mapping, I don't mean I'm walking out through the woods and doing stuff, but that I'm actually sitting at a computer mapping facilities and populating attribute tables. Try to balance that out with some sort of physical activity, which involves weight training and some sort of aerobics, walking, working around the house, that sort of thing. Hopefully off to drawing. So anytime I have extra time or in between time, or I'm in between paintings, then I go to the drawing. And here I'm using Croquis Cafe. I really like that a don't have access to a life class or to models. If you don't, you may like this also. These drawings, these little figures are like a minute. I think some of them maybe 2 minutes. It's gestural, so you're just getting the movement of the figure. Everything has a movement. Trees, even mountains, they're just a little slower than us humans, but nothing worse than seeing a figure that is stiff, and this really helps your drawing skills. In the last pose, it's 5 minutes. That's what this is, of course, sped up. And I would like to have showed you the reference I was using, but I was afraid YouTube would have a problem with it. So, but in the last pose, for the 5-minute pose, the model always lays down because they don't want to hold a pose. I don't blame them. It's harder than you think. So there's a bit of foreshortening going on, which is a good practice. It's a great practice. But as you can see, there's not much time invested, but I think what you get out of these go much farther than what the drawings look like. It's great for your eye and hand. And here I'm using the pan pastel. We'll talk more about that later. I think I learned that from Mad Charcoal. I think that's the name of the guy on YouTube. He's completely awesome if you haven't seen him already. But in this case here, as you can see, she's laying down and her legs are thrown to the right side of her, so she's in a bit of a twist. So it's quite a challenge. Hey, look what came today from my friend Linda Terry. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Love stained glass. She does a magnificent job. That is gorgeous. I'm from the Mountain State, West Virginia. I think we're going to attempt this scene here with the barn and the tractor. Michael's getting set up. He's talking big and acting rich, so we'll see what happens. Michael got in a really good start, and he got his drawing good, and he got his darks in. And as soon as we got set up, man, the sun dropped over the hill and it was lights out. And this is just a sped up version of what I did. And what I'm doing is using a long palette knife to sort of, I'm getting an angle and then marking a line to get those straight lines, because you know everybody says I can't draw a straight line. Well, without help I can't either. You might want to see my new prints I had printed a while back, but just now framed them up. Prints were only like $2 and something from MPix, and then the found these neat little frames on Amazon. I think they were like $15 each. This is going to be nice for a show. I think some affordable pieces for folks. These little figurines are my wife's stuff. She loves stuff like that. This is a couple of commissioned pieces that I had been working on. They're pretty large for me. They're about 35 by 35. This is a house that was built in Lewisburg, West Virginia, top of a mountain. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the frame I built on the back of it. Here I am getting ready to deliver them. This couple built this house, and it's magnificent, and they ended up turning it into an Airbnb, and then later sold it. But they commissioned me to do a couple of paintings of it, and they just happened to live right down the road from me. We didn't even know it, so I'm putting them in the truck to deliver them.
I belong to Him.
Thank you for coming along and being with me. Leave any comments that you want below, and if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. I'll see you next time.